Texter does right in. What about Donovan Mitchell? No Spider Mitchell? No Spider Mitchell. They actually have Rudy Gobert above him on the MVP ladder. Although I did see some of these Yahoo Jazz fans who were trying to get into Donovan Mitchell. And this became like a thing. It's like, sometimes I don't know if a thing is a straw man thing or if it's a thing. But I just want to say, if it is a thing, there were some people this week, because Donovan Mitchell's been playing great, which he's a great young player, who are like, oh, Donovan Mitchell, better than Dwayne Wade ever was. Better than Dwayne Wade was at this age. Bro, Donovan Mitchell's in the league for, what is this, his fourth year, Donovan Mitchell? All right, Dwayne Wade already had a championship under his belt. Finals MVP. So I just want us to stop trying to step on Dwayne Wade to heighten up everybody else's career. I know it feels like, we got to do that with every shooting guard. That gives us a little razzle-dazzle every single time. But respect the man's legacy and career. Donovan Mitchell wouldn't even say that himself. He'd probably laugh you in the face if you claimed that he was better than Dwayne Wade, his idol. So get the hell out of here with that. Now, again, I don't know if that's just some dude, Jazz Pajamas on Twitter or something like that, but it annoyed me that it even came across my timeline, Leroy. I don't even want it to be thought of as a thing. Stop giving people who, let me tell you something. I've been retweeted by this NBA Central Twitter account. This thing is a plague amongst basketball fans. The toxic amount of waste that is in the mentions of at NBA Central knows no bounds of its stupidity. It is hell on earth. So don't try and give everybody credit to what Jazz Pajamas has to say to the NBA Central account. It can go straight to hell. So I just wanted to get that out there. The other news that we are waiting, maybe want to send over-under for, is games left of Victor Oladipo playing this season. I don't know what the odds are sending it at, Robbie. If we put it at a half, where are you putting your money right now?
I'm putting it on the under.
Really? Okay. Well,
the way that he'd have been with these injury reports, the silence.
They don't give us much. They don't. He give us much.
He is not coming back, and then maybe the end of his career.
Now, I believe the way that Eric Spoelstra started his press conference the other day was, we're still in the information gathering stage, which is just, horse hockey. I don't know what the hell explanation that whole, information gathering stage. What is this? What is this, like 1874? What do you got, leeches on his knee? I don't know what the hell's going on there. But Barry Jackson, Sports Buzzin', he tried to get it out of Eric Spoelstra as to whether or not Victor will be coming back this season. And here's what Spo had to say.
Hi, Spo. I know you can't give us an update on Vic, and you're still gathering news on that. But just to establish one thing for fans who have wondered, do you expect him to play again this season?
I don't have any new information for you, Barry. I like the creativity, different ways of asking that, but I don't have a new update for you.
Well, Eric Spoelstra just Derrick Henry, Barry Jackson. Stiff-armed him right into the turf. Nice try.
Yeah.
We're not going to get anything from them. Listen, they're Fort Knox when it comes to injuries. Goran Dragic should be out with a tweak, then he's done for the year. And, Justice Winslow will have a boo-boo, and then all of a sudden his back is broken spinal. Like, you never know. The stuff that was on Twitter this week, there's a lot of people out there who say they know stuff, and they're not painting a great picture of what's going on with Oladipo. Obviously, it's in the same leg that has been problematic. That doesn't make you feel great. It was non-contact with him going for an easy dunk, and, that doesn't feel great. I saw that Ethan Skolnick reported that he is reportedly going to see Ethan's reporting he's going to see a specialist after consulting with the Heat. I would imagine for Victor, he's trying to do everything he can to probably get back out there, because look, this is an important year for him. Don't forget that. He's turned down extensions from the Rockets. He is upcoming on a free agent year. He wants to make a whole hell of a lot of money. And if you have a guy who looks like he's come back from an injury and is not getting any better and is with the team that he wants to be with, I don't know what that spells for his financial future, Leroy, because if you have a guy who feels like he was damaged goods coming in and then he gets hurt 4 games into his Heat career. And by the way, it sucks because it was right after we saw the best Victor Oladipo we have seen in a Heat uniform. So it's nothing we have heard has been encouraging this weekend. It's not the death blow yet. We haven't gotten the official news. I don't know how long they're going to try and hold out. I don't know what the specialist will tell Victor Oladipo as to whether or not he can continue to go this year or whether or not he can try and rehab it to get back. But, that's the one thing that's tough about this is, we already saw that there was going to be some adjustment level to bringing Victor in as to infiltrating it with the team and getting everybody used to each other. And now we're in this spot where, what are we going to drop Victor out of the sky again? Won't come playoff time. It's just such a bad break for them and for him.
Here's what I would say. The better the player, the easier that transition is. And so what I would say about Victor is that when he does come back, he has a little taste of what's needed of him. And I think as he gets healthier, when he gets back to being able to do what he does, he understands what he needs to do on this team. And I think he got enough. He's been around the team enough to know now that may take a little bit of a transition, but from the standpoint of knowing what to do, he's played enough to understand where to, where to put to bring his mark to the game. We saw that the last game he really picked up with him.
I tell you who hasn't done a press conference since the Oladipo injury, and they're going to keep him the hell away from the microphones. Goran.
Because
Goran's going to let it slip. He goes,
yeah.
If I'm honest, it's bummer to not have Victor for rest of season. Gogi! Stop giving away the Heat secrets. What? Sorry, this isn't the same thing. It's not Corona. But I will say, I don't find the Victor Oladipo news a death blow because it really feels like they just added Victor Oladipo into what they had. I get they gave up Kelly Olynyk, but it feels like they've really filled the void by a couple things. One, I feel like it's made Bam more aggressive with Kelly gone, which I've really liked. Two, I think Trevor Ariza has done a fantastic job in the starting lineup and what he's brought defensively. So I don't feel like they've missed Kelly very much. But look, if you told me the Heat didn't have Bam, I would say death blow. If you told me that they didn't have Jimmy, obviously death blow. But for not having Victor, I still feel like, this is a team that can do some things in the playoffs even without him. But it is just absolutely crushing that what you saw from him in that last game before he got hurt was he was playing his best basketball that he has with the Heat. Mm-hmm. And maybe if you could have harnessed that could have taken you to a next tier or a next gear, especially with an East that does seem approved atop the East with how well Philly's been playing, even though they are led by a couple of crybabies, and the Brooklyn Nets, who have a lot of firepower, but are led by a choke artist, a weirdo, and a softie. So, what? Oh, sorry. And so I think that's the thing is like I don't think it takes them. I don't think it's a death blow to the season if Victor is not able to continue, and I hope that he is. But it still sucks because it felt like we were getting a real glimpse into what this could have been if he was healthy.
Just relax. We don't know yet. We don't know, but I'm just from my own personal, experience. When you go in to see a specialist, he specializes in said injury, and that means there is an injury.
Right.
There's no. Hey, have you ever met a soreness specialist? The last time I checked, only thing I ever met was an injury specialist, a knee, an ankle, a surgeon, right? So from that standpoint, going to see a specialist means he is injured.
Right. And it's a big, and look, it's a big year for him. It was a big year because obviously he wanted to make an impression on the Heat, and has a big free agent year coming up for him as well. So this is it's a very important decision to see where his health is at with this. With all,
you know,
this.
what I would say is this also is that when you think about this, one of the things that I think Kendrick Nunn could learn from this is because Kendrick Nunn has a lot of that skill set. Okay, that he saw Victor being aggressive, saw him doing some of those things. Now, the one thing Kendrick Nunn is not, he's not the defender
that
Oladipo is. And that's where, if anything, that's where this will hurt the most. But as far as scoring, facilitating, getting to the rack, and taking over a game at times, Kendrick Nunn can do that. Dude just needs to get minutes. Like, I'm telling you, at the end of the year, here's what's going to happen. The Heat are going to have to make a decision between Kendrick Nunn and Goran Dragic.
As far as what? Just keeping one?
They are. Yes. They are. Because understand that Kendrick Nunn could then go somewhere else.
Yeah, I understand.
He'll be a free agent. So that decision is going to have to be made. He needs to be playing more. The only thing that bothers me about this is when you look at all these other players, we've all said this. Let's get him some minutes. Let's get him some reps. Let's see, let's let him get some time so he can become a better pro, so he can improve. Kendrick Nunn may be older, but he's got the same amount of years as these guys too. Why don't we say that with Kendrick Nunn? Because his amount of time playing on this team and what he has done and how he has progressed is on par with all those other guys.
We'll take a quick break. 786-360-0790 is where you text us. We're on Twitch, twitch.tv/